Okay, so your teacher has asked you to develop the quality of your research, and they might even go as far as to ask you to develop your research string. If you're not sure what a research string, it's basically the words that you put into your search engine. So because you're a very good student, you probably got to the stage where you've typed in Polish migration, you specifically want to look at problems, so you type in problems. And you run that search maybe in the web or maybe in news. Then you scroll down, and it's always good if you've got a good search string, you should be using the first page of results. Now, you know for a fact that one of the sources of information that you've come to trust is the Telegraph. So you come in and you look at that article from the Telegraph. Maybe have a quick look at what it says here. So here is that article on the Telegraph, and you would read through it, maybe you would scan through it looking for names of places, because remember we've talked about the importance of case study information, so you want names of places. And so in here you will find that there's several references to London. I can find that for you just to prove that I'm not making this up. So yeah, so we've got several references to London, and you actually see the word London appears 7 times in that document. So we know that London is probably going to have quite a few Polish migrants. So this is our original search string that we started off, Polish migration problems. I want to find some specific information now about problems. So now we've developed our search string. See, our search string now has got longer. Polish migration problems, London. And this has given me a whole new set of websites to look at. And now we're starting to narrow it down to more specific pieces of information. Want to make it even more specific. In this website, we've gone back to the Telegraph website, and we talk about Tesco. For those of you who don't know, that's a supermarket. Okay, so there's certainly a thing about Tesco's, and that's Polish people working in supermarket. So we can build up our search string even more. So now our search string says Polish migration problems, London, Tesco. And so now we've got quite a long search string. And so now Polish migration problem, London, Tesco. So we can look at Tesco's as an employer and see what they say about migration. Maybe there's other issues surrounding the Tesco supermarket. And surprise, surprise, here we can see, because we've really developed our search string. We haven't just typed in Polish migration problems and accepted the first thing that comes up. We've actually started to dig down a little bit further. You might even at this stage want to get even more specific and put in specific names. So we can see here we got a guy called Mr. Byron. So let's pop that in and see what that does. So there we go. Now we're talking about what specifically Mr. Byron said about Polish migration problems in London, in Tesco, and now we've narrowed it down to a person saying a specific thing. So that is absolutely fantastic. What you're saying is I've now got first-hand evidence, real quotes from a real person. It's going to help me to get to those higher levels on research.